Hi, welcome back to the LP of the Great East Attorney Chronicles. I'm gonna try and finish this case today, I hope. We'll try and see, okay? What's the plate I saw, or I thought I saw, was just a figment of my imagination. Okay, what's the buttons? This is it, I've lost Yunosuke. Are you gonna pull over for me now? Pull up for me? Something? It's not over yet, not until the final gavel. But you gave up on me earlier. I don't. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward no matter what. Oh right, the plates were swapped, right? As evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way. Yeah, it's a problem. I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Oh. Does the defense have any objection? Yes. Bloodstain was going to clinch the trial. Can this plate of steak? There. Alright, WASD, right? Yeah, okay. I'm used to the arrow keys. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. Very dramatic. But alright, I'll accept that. Oh, I can't do his voice right now. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye anymore to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure thorough examination of the evidence. Yeah, reject. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. Good for you, Judge. I see, as a newly affirmed ally of my country, that's still your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Yeah, that's why he's a judge and you're not. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. Where precisely is this new clue to be found? How do I flip it up so that we can see the coin? How do we get the coin back? You know what? I'll just point it on the meat. Yeah, okay. Venerable Zeus! I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't mean what it is. It? Haven't we been through this? What's it doing there? Yeah. Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yeah. Apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. And this isn't the first time today. Yes. Cut off pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion in... Wait, this is a very familiar... We've been through this, right? This means... Aha! It's so weird using the WASD like this. I certainly never expected to find a precious coin underneath this thick cut of meat. And it's from the Hoei era too. This will make it... Wait, how do I present it? No, by the time... My heart's going to be racing as I lift up the meat. I think we might have the wrong end of the stick about this Yunosuke. Koban coin, yeah. Let me present it? Oh, R. Oh, my bad. Oh, I've been away too long. Good gracious, that's... a Koban? What on earth? A Hoei era one at that. Miss Brett, this is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant in question, is it? Tell me, Why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat? Try and explain it out. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part in it.
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat. That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef.
No.
Objection!
Thanks. I knew he would. Oh, I thought the detective would object. Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. Chill. That's right, can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel. A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If this turns out to be relevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now. We don't really have a lawyer job though. By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway. Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant. Even though I'm the one on trial here. The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yeah. The history... let's see. I forgot his name. The owner of the Koban that was found underneath the beef steak is... Right, W-A-S-E. I need to stop doing this. Korekuta. Yes. Present.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be the antiques dealer and the owner of Rusty. Kiryu Kurekuta-san. I don't know why I'm stumbling. Kiri, as in Mr. Cucumber or something? I mean, her Japanese is good. Kiri does mean cucumber. Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Fathomable. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened, at exactly the moment the gun was fired. Gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Indeed, the Hoei era Koban, my prize coin. Then this Hoei era Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No, please, why would Korekuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and his plate? It makes no sense.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense. Which is why I'm asking to bring Korekuta-san back to the witness stand so we can ask him. No, we should ask the other guy. Officer, bring both witnesses that testified earlier back in here. About a moment's delay. Can't believe we've come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that it's a key element in the case. Indeed. The baby's hungry. Feed the baby. Why had all four inside? What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Were they not inside here? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby idol? Told you. When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Right. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice. A wolf? What's a trice? Trees? What is that? A wolfless withered antic. Or is that it? Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korekuta-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. As far as your Rasute memory serves, something I didn't progress that by myself. That's it. That's the one, the very exact one that is. The resplendent, splendiferous
Hawaii treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day. Can't be.
As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where? Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between a beef stick and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate.
Who? The one beside you? The one beside you.
Who would do such a thing?
Do you want me to answer that? I can answer that. I'm fine. Let me answer that. Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Oh, is it a stealing case? Hello? Okay.
Ah yes, that's right, a secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. Oh, he's sweating. Can you see that? He's sweating. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes, I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. We found him. Seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korikuta-san's Koban is all too clear. Yeah.
What?
Weren't you paying attention? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is this despicable scoundrel that stole Korikuta-san's Koban and hid it under the steak? Hello? Alright,
Take that!
38? He looks older than 38. Obviously, it can only be you. Oops, wrong voice. Sergeant Iesanosa. Is it being in stressful conditions that caused your hair to turn white? 38 is young to have white hair? Or maybe it's just shaved. Yeah, the army cut or something. How dare you? You monster! Ah, he has demoted us to being monster now. I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Idol. What? How dare you blame the baby? Idol is the mastermind behind. Poor baby. Poor baby. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? It's you who's a monster, Sergeant Nosa. Let's see a breakdown. Come on, come on. Break down for me. Yeah. Yes. Ooh. What happened there? Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Yesa Nosa preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Okay. Now what? Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe? I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why he was stealing things at the restaurant. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days I'd go there and do one moment. That I'm sure I knew how to pronounce this. No, it proceeded by itself. Hang on, just proceed. One moment. Reconnaissance. Hang on.
Reconnaissance.
What?
Reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance. Okay. Let's go back to the game. And I enjoy chomping my way through a good stick at the same time. Good for him. Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even. Which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man and his koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the stick. I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
Bang, yeah?
Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I do too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the stick, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. How? They would have found it. They would have found it under the stick if they, let's say, they cleaned it for the day.
This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
No, we're not letting you get away. Well, Miss Brett. No, be quiet.
I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all.
No.
May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused your No.
Why?
Wait, that's the theft.
But the murder? Hello? Ew, no, okay, hey, come back to the topic. You would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it's related. No.
Of course it is.
Hiding a coin under a lamp. Although I don't remember what was going on with this stick. Like, why do we need to prove that? Oh yeah, we need to find the blood, right? Okay. Oh, but he didn't keep the other plate, did he?
Well, oof. As for picking up your stick and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness.
Can someone stop them? I see no further justification for— No! Hello? No, you all forgot— all of you forgot the topic. No, stop her. Hello, Ryunosuke? I don't know, it's just cute. The way he just slowly turns his face. Like a sudden realization, but you know, like he slowly turns his face to Kazuma. Oh no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I don't remember what she said. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. Alright, I'll entertain you. Let me check. I mean... And good day. Anything else? Picking up your stick and... Yeah. It wasn't really mentioned, like we thought about it, but it wasn't really mentioned that he didn't use a knife and fork. So she was washing, but I don't know what this means. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If it's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Stop her. You can take him later, but if you don't call up now, it's too late. The trial will be over. Objection.
Hold it!
Yeah, that will do too. Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I bet she's annoyed. I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
You be quiet. What student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about? Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? Sheer nonsense of such an idea and stance. Did she say that? Yeah, this part. Yes, I'm right. What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction. Am I supposed to pick between the two? If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence? Oh no. Okay, I'm not sure. With a fork and spoon, maybe? Okay, let's present.
Take that!
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Yeah. Continue. Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural? Oh, the bite mark. What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Notice what exactly, Counsel? He can't see. I'll excuse it. He can't see. The picture is too far away from him. Show it to him. Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a stick and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. Oh, I see. So you're accusing her of biting into that stick if it's hers. But of course it isn't hers. Then take a good look at this stick, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. Yeah. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Looks like Miss Brett has realized something. That's right. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. So is your pride more than your... What is he saying? So, would you admit to the murder or would you admit to the knife and fork? To not eating with knife and fork? Whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. No? Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Who is she? Why would she have afternoon tea with a minister? This will be all over in the blink of an eye. Will all be over in the blink of an eye. These will all be over in the blink of an eye. No. Rest assured, I am about to put this foot in his place. I've had enough. You irritating little spectacle samurai relic. No! Don't bend down to her. Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Inosuke, Do you know where you're going with this? Yes, from last episode, which was quite a while back. Yes, now at last, it's all come together. But it's gonna be hard if the detective didn't preserve the other dish too. The mysterious teeth marks in a stick that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I accept that the stiff marks in the stick are a little unnatural, as you put it, counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting? That tells us everything, Your Excellency.
Everything?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric thief marks in the stick here amount to conclusive of evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. And I don't know whether the detective has it, actually.
Hasn't been what?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence exists.
This is absurd. The trial has run for several hours already and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward. That can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Yeah, we don't have it. I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. Does he though? And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. He better have it. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair? Come on, detective. Will you pull through for me? Please pull through for me.
Take that!
Inspector, I mean. The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Please tell me you have it? You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stick with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korikuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the stick. You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer who steals. I mean, for your son, but you steal. Would you please confirm something for me? Was the stick that you put a coin under? In fact, your own stick. Tension. Affirmative. Of course, I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something in it. In other words, the stick that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. The plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yeah, it can be swapped. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her stick, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Because I didn't steal it. You even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest.
Yes, that's exactly what... No, not him. It's the lady. It's Miss Brett.
You did switch the plates?
Did he? I thought it was the lady.
Well, after it happened,
The murder? When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stick and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it.
If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. With military precision and timing, I switched my stick with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you, so yes. I did what had to be done. What had to be done. However, fear not, Prosecutor Son. What now? I swear on the breast buttons of my uniform that is all I did, sir. Oh, you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So can we have the original plate? So even the Sergeant knows I switched the plates over. Means he took Miss Brad's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. I don't... But... Inspector Hosonaga, I don't know whether he has it. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. Said that you had not only taken Miss Brad's steak after the incident. Oh, did he? I didn't know. I don't recall. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both. Okay, take it out. That's correct. Take out the other one. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot. You cannot possibly tell us now. I mean, a cold slab of tough meat can't have the slightest bearing on the case. No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this stick pen promises to prove such a problem for you, no? Blood, but I can't remember why. You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant didn't remember seeing. Things he remembers. Quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brad. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound of blood. Alright, the direction he faces, was it? I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. You have it right. Sorry for keeping you. There we go. Here is the other stick and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. There it is. The blood stain. It's clearly visible, look.
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you see on the side of the plate shows that at that moment the victim was shot. He was facing the table with his back to me. Yeah. In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim. Can't be! In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson for the crime. Sure, everyone knows by now who that person is. Will you explain yourself? That's right. Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. Now will you tell us why? How done? By a Japanese. Me. By a Japanese schoolboy. No. 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 Is she gonna break down too? Don't break down this one. Yeah, actually release this one, please. It's a chick? Or is it a chick? Why are there chicks? What is that? Oh, the black one. Yeah, yes. That's a swan thing. Oh, that's cute. The black one is cute too. And that's the real swan. The rest would be ducks, I guess. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman, forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using Cure Rare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason, that he went to the dentist. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because Cure is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as if I had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had a bottle of Cure in my handbag. And my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Under your skirt? Yeah. So I was right, there were two guns. Yes. And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I had intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. Took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. Because of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. But why? I need to know why. Will you tell me why? So there you have it. This is the entirety of my misdemeanor. Right, misdemeanor, I mean murder. Your Excellency. Yes. I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san. How? You are about to get me killed. She didn't tell us why. So this trial have finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be. Taketsuchi Aoji does not lose. Not to the likes of this rookie student. Yes, that's right, we're students.
You better start getting used to tough opposition.
Inosuke Naruhodo.
What? Yes.
This insult to the Aoji family name will never be forgotten.
You become constituted with each council, but they will have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's a way of the world. May you never forget that. Slash. Yes, indeed. Thousand millennium may pass and still the Aochi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. In placing a curse on his family, that's tough. His trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. I had no choice. I was about to get executed for murder that I didn't do. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new feature of law awaits. But what will it look like? I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asugi? Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Observe everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look grave all of a sudden? Ah, never mind. It's for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency. Yes? I'm not guilty, right? Come on. It's time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo not guilty. Oh yes, petals, sakura petals. Lovely, I like that. The court is now adjourned. We need to thank the lady too, the girl who brought the book. I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work, yeah? So you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street, don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off, is it? Oh, okay. Oh yes, Susato. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence. Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know? Oh no, I didn't do any. Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Bratt's, I don't know how things would have turned out. She was helpful. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah yes, of course. Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Satomi Kotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Speaking of Mikotoba. Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you, after all. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Ah, okay. Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yomi University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together. Never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asugi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. No. You're not allowed. Or maybe they were in those days, I don't know. Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. Cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. Yeah, cutting the hair. Reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. Well, she's guilty of murder. Yes, heard. It's not easy to tell you this, but what do you mean? Surely she's gonna face trial. Did she kill herself? She's a true culprit after all. She'll be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. For what? Why? What? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. Why? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. What? Oh, sorry. Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate. But what's all this about consular jurisdiction, whatever that means? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. Why not? She killed a person in Japan. Then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? British Consular Court will hear her case, somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard. But why a consular court? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts would think of the past now, and that we've signed a friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brett can be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student... What? Today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. Wow. Don't believe it. There was only danger for Ryunosuke. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. The new era heralded by somebody. I forgot. I didn't see. Hang on. Heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day I have no doubt that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. But that day is not now. Yes, change is coming. And we're the ones driving it. Are we gonna see her again? Will we see her again? Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, we can drink yet? You're right, there's no time for gloomy faces. This is no time. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. Are you joining us? I would be glad. In that case, my answer just like, I don't want. As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. Aren't you done with that yet? You're the Detective Hosunaga's son, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. Thanks. Oh yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett wouldn't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. I too want to know that. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke. I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? The defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference too. One day I'll bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great liar, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. Yeah, you helped somewhere along the way, but you have a natural talent for being a defense lawyer. I mean. Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry, what do you mean? That's the point. Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what is the most crucial weapon that any lawyer needs in order to win? Trust? Knowledge of the law? The ability to believe. To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. You have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom you can really be backed in the corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then. Well, it's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience. But you never stopped believing in me. Well, you faced seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. Yeah, because our necks are at risk. Then you found it through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. What? There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Sounds serious. What is? Huh? You're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hosunaga. I arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Yes, that too. Are we ending? Is it the end? So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosunaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still, he was really helpful. What are you talking about? He was really helpful. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hasn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. N. N. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the next episode. This was a pretty long first episode. Not that I mind, because I love long cases. Although my voice gets a bit tired after a while. But so until the next time, thank you for watching and goodbye.